All right. How you guys? Welcome on in. Sorry I'm a little late. I tried my best. Thank you so much for those gifted memberships. Nothing but love. You are amazing. And look at that. KCK333 received a membership. Welcome on board. Welcome into WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Mandy Cat, you received one also. This is awesome. You guys, I'm a little under the weather. That's why I'm a little late. I had to go to urgent care, and I have the flu. So that's not fun. All right. Let's see, volume is up. So, WCIA Network here, I always say, is dedicated to the children, dedicated to the victims, dedicated to the ones with no voice, the ones that get forgotten, the ones that are just gone, and the ones even no one knows about. No one even knows their names. They are children, they're adults, they're babies, they're embryos. And I just try to tell a story to the best of my ability, to how I see it, to where I see the truth. And I see the truth in Benny, and I see truth in this Faith Davidson. So, way back when, why am I picking on them? Because these two actually seem to give me a vehicle to me using my intuition, a vehicle to me being able to tell you information on the missing children. I don't know how exactly why. I don't know how these images come about. I just know that I find them. And they're serious. These images are very serious. Turn your my microphone is working here. Maybe I'm talking low. Check your microphone on your end, because I think that here it's all up as high as I possibly could go. Um, is anyone else having problems? Turn yours up, Deborah. It might help. Yeah, turn yours up. Thank you though. Go to your volume and put it on up. Sometimes that happens. But anyways, these guys here, let me give you an example. Benny Keys. Benny Keys was around before Summer Moon went missing. Benny Keys was familiar with the group that I'm talking about before Summer Moon Wells went missing. Why is that of importance? Because there's a relationship that these particular people have with each other that gives me the juice to give you readings. That's probably the best that I could say it. It like fuels me. Pictures like this fuel me because pictures like this with the fingers and all this are relatable to the children. They're relatable. The children that were taken are placed within these tiers, within these groups, within these holes, within the ground, within these boxes. And Benny knows Faith Davidson. He talked about her about the Summer Moon Well case. The Summer Moon Wells case, when they would talk to each other, many locations that both of the locations of the children, the locations of the children show me through both these guys. So am I saying that these guys are in the locations with the children? No. What I'm saying is these guys, their information matches. It matches the children's story. So these children get placed in these boxes and they get televised. They get televised. And these people that are part of this group are faking the shit out of all you guys. Benny and Faith, I see have a connection, a very deep connection. There is a thread. And their thread leads to the same place for the children. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but it's like, here you see a picture of Faith, with his finger. He's looking at you like that. When I see Benny do that, to me it's like the same, they're telling the same message. They're telling the same message. They're speaking a language that has to do with the children. I see a connection. I don't even know how not to see a connection. A picture like this, to me, is just 100 words. 1,000 words. This photo, I'm going to brighten it up. Look on the cheek. I always talk about this fake skin. I feel like these are critical pieces of information. And I do believe that the authorities would know what I'm talking about. I just do. These messages within these kind of photos are deep. The guy that you see here changes his look, changes everything about him just like Benny does. This guy goes from completely homeless, no teeth, blah, 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 to almost like a woman. So does Benny. Benny does the same thing that this guy's doing in front of you. There's critical information that has to do with the missing children within the frames of what I'm showing you. Here, is Faith Davidson. I see victim beneath Faith Davidson. I see victim beneath the skin of the neck. I don't see anything but victims that are being shown. Benny, he brings the same message. These two bring the same message. This Benny here is a Benny that people knew like 4 years ago. He looked younger. His teeth were smaller. He had kinder looking eyes. His eyelashes, his eyes were brown with a dark rim around his eye. His teeth were different. His nose was different. This is why you go within the frames and you will find the truth behind the digital distortion. Digital distortion is what is covering up the face behind Benny's. This is what I'm always trying to show you guys. So here you're going to see two heads. This is all comes from one video. There's digital distortion. There's what they are trying to cover up. I see a victim. There are more than one, there's more than one person here. Thank you for those ones. See this? This. Right. Let me crap it. This here that is not Benny. You see? This is not Benny, but the one on the bottom on here See those big teeth? These are different people, but those big teeth that you see today, ooh, this man, is not this Benny. What a difference. What a difference. This guy's got some oomph to him. Big time. This dude does. This Benny here with the big teeth and this Benny, total different vibration. Total different vibration. Let me crap in the teeth. I mean, I'm an intuitive, right? I'm a clairvoyant. I'm damn good at what I do. And I could tell you, their energy field is completely different. This dude, ew, different. Yeah, the awful teeth. This is not, this is ew. This is ew. Ew. Then you've got the little teeth. Then you got this guy. All the authorities have to do is run it in the system and see who this person is. That's it. They only have to run it in the system to see who this dude is. Different energies. I feel it in my whole body. These guys. The truth beneath Faith Davidson runs the same way. It's the same situation. They even have the same drapes in their house. Do you guys, I showed this in my other video, you guys know that they both have the same drapes in the same location? That dude in there with the little mustache right there, that's the Faith Davidson that I would like to meet. You think that's Michael Proudfoot? This is the Davidson I'd like to meet. There. This dude. Let me make it clear. So those are the things that the law enforcement would have to do. They would need to do face recognition, and if Proudfoot's face happens to be in his face, that's the law enforcement would have to do something with that, right? This face. Yeah. That's the Faith Davidson that I would like to know. Just as the hidden Benny behind the Benny. Oof. I'd like to know him. You see? Let's see. Proudfoot. Where's that picture? Oh, here it is. I cropped it. I don't think so. I mean, I don't see it, but this is the picture that you're saying looks like him? That one? Do you believe that's Benny's face? Let's see. Proudfoot. Michael Proudfoot. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's see if we could do a little something here. Michael Proudfoot. Pick. Sebastian. I'll put. Is that Sebastian Rogers' father? Sebastian. See, I don't look up these details. Oh. 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 You're right. Okay, so yeah, they do. Sebastian. It would be under Sebastian's files. Sebastian. There's been, the father that came out. There was another case that came out the exact same time that Sebastian Rogers did. And it was a child who was bullied, really, really bullied. Um, Let me open this up. Go back a second or two. This father, his son committed suicide. And this guy always had Sebastian Rogers' father's face peering out at me. Like, I never saw this guy again. Like, we never heard about the story because Sebastian Rogers' story took over. And the children looked identical. I'm going to show you. All of these guys look the same. They always do. But let me show you something. Is this all of his father? His father. Okay, here. This is his son. How wild is that? This is his son. They are interchangeable. They, to me, like, no one talked about this. And I feel as if these pictures were all intertwined. I see these faces often, and this happened the same time. And the father, they look like the same person. Here's his father. And here's the other father whose face keeps changing over and over and over and over. See that thing in his mouth? I call this stuff deep fake. And the person behind all of these stories, and this is where I get my information, was Dolly Vision. This is when Dolly Vision was showing me that he was in like a hole. Look at those eyes. I know, Kylie. I know. I look at them all the time. It's like the same person. Dolly brought me this whole article as he's sitting in a hole in the fake car. No one cares to look at it. So it's a vicious circle between Benny Keys, Dolly Vision, Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, JLR. They're like, and I'm sure I'm cracking cases. There's like a bunch of them. But they all have the same shit going on. These two children are not the same. They look the same. And their dads look the same. And their eyes and their information is the same. This is here. I can say the picture on the left does not look like Sebastian. Yeah, it resembles him a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. There's multiple pictures on this little boy. And what I am saying is it was never talked about. They have deep fake, and they have a lot of photos on top of photos just like these guys. It's what I look at. Look at this Benny. This Benny's like a 20-year-old. You guys, this was just within 3 years. Within 3 years. Yeah, Bullhorn Betty. Look at this Benny. So I think at the end of the day, what I am saying is to really look. When I really look at these pictures, I see the victims of the missing children. I see the stories within their faces because I see faces of the missing. I don't know what you guys see. I'll never know what you see. Maybe you'll never understand what I see. You may not. But I am not joking you when I tell you I look at Benny in each and every little detail that shows up to me. I see on Summer. The little thing in his mouth, his eyes. They're all there. Break the photo up. So imagine, these are victims. Now, victims are dressed up. They have, I'm telling you this, nothing I know is for sure. This is all how I see it. I don't know what's true and what's false. My truth is just that. It's my truth. There's nothing here that has been proven. I'm telling you that these victims wear masks and they dress as different people. They go within videos and it's layered so you can't see them. This is all from the same video, Benny's video. Do you understand that this is supposed to be, this is the same kind of it, this is the same video? Really? Really? What they have are these things on their neck. Benny always looked like a shape shop. Yes. Yeah, he's always different. Always different. This is the same video. So I show this because between Benny and Faith, they show me tons of victims. And I could just talk about them and it brings them justice. This is supposed to be Faith. Now, Faith is covered up by what we call deep fake. And the truth lies like somewhere he's you could see him. Here is what you could see. This face here, all the way to the right, that one, is not seen in the video. These are faces that I recognize in Molly Golightly often, cracking cases. Benny and Faith. They show this. Hi, G.H. White. Hi, Colleen. They show this. And what they're sitting in is no different than what I call the fake car. It's the fake car. Pay attention. Kiely Rodni. Kiely Rodni was in the same situation. She sat in the same situation, same kind of car. With that thing over there. Here, let's see. Kiely. Kiely. see if I could Kylie. Hold on. So many pictures of Kylie. I sometimes really try to get the pictures. It's hard. It's hard to find them because I have hundreds and thousands of photos. Sometimes a photo finds me, so let's give it a whirl. Kylie 5, Kylie 6. Maybe not. Maybe it will pop up somewhere. They didn't have an actual video showing Kylie's car driving down a hill. I think they got it after the fact. Yeah, they got a lot of shit after the fact, right? Look at his teeth. Look at the face. And what happens for me is I look at the face on the outer layer, which is so different. I see the victim on the outer layer. I see the victims going through the tunnel underneath the ground. Underneath the ground. And they walk these tunnels. These victims walk the tunnels, and the ones that are victimizing them, they walk the tunnels. And this person here, who has the same drapery in his house as Benny Keys, this is what his face looks like at times. Like a little child. Like a child. Like a child. Benny shows what they are doing to these victims. Benny shows me what is going on beneath the deep fake. What you see here in Benny's picture is what Faith Davidson shows in his videos. Identical. Look. This is Faith. To me, holding a child. What he is doing to the eye is the same thing that's going on here. This here. So again, the reason I have them both here at your attention is because they both give me the same information on victims. That's in the eyeball. This is in the eyeball. I told the law enforcement that there's a face here that's holding Summer Moon Wells. Faith Davidson, there was a whole headline on him. A whole headline that he said he had Summer Moon Wells in his basement. Benny Keys is the one who created this whole thing. So then I show a picture, what you see here on the bottom, and I've shown this plenty of times. Looks like he has a child on his lap. That looks like a child wearing a mask, just like he is. The child is right there. And in the same video, a victim's head is completely smashed against the wall. That's what I see. Underground. They play the same games. They have the same information. I believe that every time I would show a picture of Benny, I would be able to match it up with Faith. Faith has created enough information for me to say I keep him on my radar at all times. Faith's videos are so distorted and so easy to unlayer that I could literally unlayer his videos 24/7 and have a whole entire story. But I don't have that kind of time. You need to look at this victim. That's not Faith. That's a child. And if no one believes me, that's not my problem. I'm only here to show you in hopes that someone out there can investigate. Investigate. I'm not saying, woo woo, I see someone in his arms. I'm showing you someone in his arms. Right there. That's a girl. It's a child. And what am I supposed to do with this? Nothing? Do you know how difficult it is for me to keep showing this shit and nothing happens? Do you know that the equipment that I've been talking about is right there below her? Right there. Victim. So by me showing this to you guys, this victim here who has no name, nothing, no voice, gets a little bit of justice. In Faith's video, sorry if I'm crunching and you hear me, I'm crunching on mints because my throat is just sore. Faith here shows the ultimate sacrifice and what it looks like. This. That's a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice. That comes from his video. That's the smallest of the smallest photo that sets inside of the big photo. This is the big photo, and that's in the little photo. Many times a smaller photo, you could see it better. But this is very sad. It's very sad that no one else is discussing this. No one else is looking beneath the deep fake, is looking beyond the digital distortion, within the holes of these videos. These are all face videos. And it's the same atmosphere as all my other videos I showed you. Same atmosphere as Dawn Wells, Summer Moon Wells, Dolly Visions. It's the same atmosphere. It's the same darkness, it's the same fake car, it's the same atmosphere. Nothing's changed. These are the white faces that Benny shows. We don't know which Benny. But there's several of them. And watch the neck. You need to watch the necklines. You need to look on the neck. A lot going on within the videos itself. I am consistently showing you what Summer Moon Wells showed me. I'm consistently showing you and telling you to look on the neck. There, it's equipment. Summer Moon Wells has it. Summer Moon Wells is the one who showed me. It's equipment. Right here. If you look for it, you're going to see it. You're going to see this stuff. And that's if you look for it. Because you could easily not see it. Because you're not ready to see it, which is okay. It's totally okay. What I watch Faith Davidson do is the same as Benny Keys. Benny Keys' face information gives multiple victims' faces to me. So in turn, I'm able to recognize that there are victims here, and that gives them justice. There's layering done here, big time layering. So this Benny's eyes, these are the eyes that are totally different, right? From, let me show you the ones that I said I liked. Totally different from this Benny. No comparison. None. There's, these are totally different. Let me blow this one up. These eyes. Shh. Here. Different. You guys, these are within the same year. I mean, I once heard him give like a a funny statement. He's like, wow, I look like I had Botox. And that stood out to me. He said it like, it was like a 5 second little thing. And he was laughing. He was looking at himself like, looks like, and I'm saying, well, yeah, because you see yourself in all different layers, but they're not all the same. Victims. And this is what I call in the fake car. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos of the fake car. This is what I call the fake car. And this stuff goes on to the victims. Different faces, different eyes, different nose. Just like Faith Davidson. There is no difference. For me, there's no difference between these guys. None. None. What I see here on Benny, okay, so here it is with both heads. So it's much easier when I remove one of the images. So here's with both, which you don't know those two. But this one with that thing on the neck. Let me put this here, paste. Okay. This guy's who you're looking at with that thing on the neck. That's what Faith Davidson is showing. And why is that important to Summer Moon Wells? Because this was on Summer Moon Wells' neck. Period. This is what I showed all the time. This is what Jody Sue Brown shows on her neck all the time. This is on Jody Sue Brown's neck all the time. The neck, the neck, the neck. Watch Jody Sue Brown's videos. They're crazy. But if you look, I mean, you really look, this is the stuff that gets distorted. But this is what's beneath the digital distortion. This isn't what's on top. They cover it up. Covers it up. Look at these different bennies. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you see it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my body. Like, it is a crazy thing for me. Okay? Like, it's a crazy thing for me to look at someone and see a lot of different faces. It just is. It's not something that is a normal thing. So, I'm seeing different faces because they're representing the different faces to me. And these two guys represent the same people. What page is this? 38. These guys. Keep that. Let me go to 38. See what he is doing and what's pulling out of his head and his face and all that? Not new. Victims. I could replace, Let me see if I could get a picture of Jody Sue. I could easily replace Faith's face, keeping whatever is on his neck, and put Jody Sue Brown's head here. See the neck? This is what was on Summer. The long fingers. Why is this voodoo? Correct, crazy cat. Why is it voodoo? Why won't they look at it? Why? What's the problem? I look at all of these channels. I look at these victims that are getting victimized. I have thousands of pictures. I can make a sick-ass book of just photos. And it's pathetic how no one cares. It's sick. No one cares. No one is coming to their rescue. Jody Sue Brown. The same shit going on her neck as these guys. It's exactly the same. What they have in common is they all are talking about children and their children, little kids I see in the background. What is it that you see? Jody Sue Brown is the same as these guys. I'm showing you the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over for a very long time. She has the same issues. Same stuff. So it's not like, oh, all of a sudden I'm like, let's just look at their necks. I've been looking at their necks since Summer Moon Wells showed me what to look at. You're just different characters, different day, different character, different victim. But once in a while, the victim appears, and I quickly see them in the video. And to the best of my ability, I try to give them justice. So here's the fingers, here's the hands, the crazy hands that I just showed you on Faith Davidson. There's no difference. It's the same information, the same sacrifices being covered up. It is never changed. It's Faith Davidson. It's real. It's a real thing to look at. These victims have makeup on them. They're brutalized. Benny Keys. Don had went to. Whatever is showing here is absolutely the same information that Jody Sue Brown shows and Faith shows. It's what I just showed you. It's not that, oh, all of a sudden they have all these fingers. These are detailed information. Detailed information. I don't know why it's not talked about. Why, all these long fingers. This is what I just showed you here. Where are his long fingers? His long fingers are in the middle. Here's Benny's. I mean, those aren't Benny's fingers. Whose fingers are those? But it happens. It happens in certain people's videos. And it's the same bit of information. This is the same thing that this dude does. This is one of the younger Bennies. Totally different feel he gives me. Totally different feeling. This dude gives me a whole different feeling. Look at his lips. Look at his lips. Totally different. Wow. Yeah. I'm sorry, but not the same, buddy. Not the same. I have a serious problem with it. So, at the end of the day, why does this bring justice to Summer? Because it is part of her story. The information that is within the digital distortion brings the justice. The information brings justice that's beneath the digital distortion because that is where the victim lies. You see, they're in here. They're in here. Every video that I watch, I am able to tell you about Little Summer Moon. She is the wind beneath the wings of what I do. This little child is consistently showing me her story. And this is why I pick on them. This is why. So this is how I'm going to leave the live. I'm going to crop in. I'm going to crop in, and then I'm also going to show you the equipment cropping into summer. I'm not saying it's summer. I'm saying that these are victims. And victims wind up, when they're victimized, this is what they wind up looking like. You guys see that? And then the equipment is what you see behind him and above him. Do you guys see? Thank you for those ones. And the equipment in the room, in the box, I see it all. I always see it within these videos. I can't do it any differently. Those are the boxes on the bottom here. Just, this is, I'm giving you an example on how I see my story. That's the box that would be basically that's the box that would be seen in the car. See the box behind Benny? So this is how my psyche goes. This would be Summer Moonwells, right? And here you see the lit up box behind him. Let me show you. Right here. Oh, let me get a better picture. Here. This would be Summer's box. Like what was in the car. This is Summer. And what that tells me is that she is down below in a hole in the ground somewhere in a situation like this. Just like the car ride told us. Each and every one of Candace Bly's videos, it tells us what happened to Summer. That's all it does. This is all she does. It tells us consistently what happened to Summer, over and over and over. So when I look at a picture like this, that is how I am able to see the story. I don't see Benny. I don't see Benny. I don't care to see Benny. I see the story. And he does the exact same thing as Faith. And when I tell you that this picture is the same fucking thing as I see in this dude's face. Same. Where is it? Here. Crop it. Right here. Boom. The message that's being sent here, you guys, I'm changing my front cover to this, matches. This matches. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same message. It's the same. It's as best as it's the best that I could say. This video is wrapped up. This video is about this picture. The two of them give me the same information about the Summer Moon Wells case and all the cases. And what I'm telling you is that there's a story behind the story. There's digital distortion above really what they don't want you to see. It's a game. They're dressed up. They're playing parts. Oh, good, Brandy, Renee. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I mean, hey, the cops have nothing to go by. Try something different. Take a load of these guys. Maybe you could get some information. Maybe you'll see something different. Maybe you need to go take a closer look at these dudes' faces. Oh, does just because he put fake skin on his face mean that he's murdering children? No. But fake skin is part of the cover-up that all of the children wear. They all have fake skin to cover them up, so you don't know who they are. And this is why these two are together in a handful of videos that I'm going to consistently do over and over and over to show you that there's a connection. And also show you that digital distortion. Figure out the digital distortion, and you will see information that is so key to bringing justice to these children. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, thank you. Please give me a thumbs up on your way out, on your way in, and subscribe. Nothing but love, amazing, and to give those memberships, it's incredible. Tomorrow I have a packed day. I will get back. But God bless you. Thank you all for being here, and may justice come real soon to the victims. Goodbye, guys.